All right, cool. So we about to let bro in, okay? He probably just texted me right there. He just joined the dream. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Yo, 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 what's going on, brother?
But just
Can you hear me?
graduation practice today. Graduate tomorrow.
Oh, you're supposed to graduate tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow is my last time I
Cool.
ever have to report for a school event unless I go to college.
Okay, okay. Wait, so you're 18, right?
19.
19, 19. Okay, cool. And you graduate in high school, right?
Yes, sir, ski.
Bro, you are in such a uh uh you are in in a very, very dangerous position. You got no idea. Um, I just wanted to share that with you. But
That's
uh,
dangerously good.
yeah, bro. Yeah, no, that is really, really good. That's really, really good. At 19, bro, I was skateboarding. I didn't know anything about business, LOCs, you feel me? Nothing, bro. I was on to BS, straight BS, just having a
I
good
mean,
time.
most of my friends don't know nothing about it. I be trying to like talk to them about it and stuff.
Yep.
They don't be caring at all.
Yep. Hey, so look, bro, we about to get right to the point. No fluff, okay? I'm gonna turn you into a beast, okay? I'm gonna turn
Woo.
you into a beast. So
Okay.
look, right here, I have my friend Michael Evans.
What's up, Doug? Tell me,
Michael, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too. Pronounce your name one more time.
Davian Bolser.
Davian. All right. I didn't want to mess up your name.
So my friend Mike is a real estate investor, and he'll tell you more about what he's doing and all that he does. But I know that you're also into real estate, and a part of the Mango card, right? Not only do we go over AI, you feel me, tools and stuff like that in business, but um, we also help each other. Okay, so the future of this whole Mango card subscription that you have is a collective of people helping each other on their own pursuits. Okay. So like say for example, you may have a brother in here, right, who doesn't know anything about AI, right? And you'd be like, oh no, you can use this for that you need to get done, yada yada yada, et cetera, et cetera. You feel me? So like it's a
Got you.
community, you feel me? So but this is my gift to you. Okay. So I want you to you guys take it away. He has some questions he want to ask. So, but briefly, just tell them a little bit about, sprinkle a little bit about what you've done, your history, and and then he'll ask the questions.
All right. So, Davion, just a little bit of background about me. I have a degree in economics from Loyola Marymount University, with a focus on econometrics. So I was trained to be an actuary, which means I could have went to work for an insurance company and done risk management, or I could have went to work for a casino and been an odds maker. But instead, I spent 10 years in operations management working for two local governments in Southern California. So I was a solid waste manager responsible for solid waste collection and a transfer station, $7 million operation. I was also a street maintenance superintendent. I was a street maintenance superintendent where I managed several hundred miles of sidewalks and curbs and gutters. And I also spent 2.5 years as a intermodal manager for Union Pacific Railroad at the busiest port in the United States, Long Beach, LA. And then after that, I decided to switch, and I went on the finance side. And so I spent 5 years working for Santa Barbara County, one of the richest, whitest, most liberal counties in the United States. And I spent 3.5 years there as their chief financial officer, where I developed and managed $106 million operating budget from the ground up. In 2014, I quit that job because they didn't want to pay me what I was worth. And I started my own consulting company called Help Keep My Money. As a business management consulting company, provides business management consulting services to government agencies, to startups, to nonprofits. I was spent 2 years as a contract CFO for a nonprofit in Santa Barbara, where I was responsible for an $11.5 million endowment fund. And then we also manage real estate deals on behalf of investors. So that gives you a background on what my professional life is. From the real estate perspective, I bought my first house in 1997, and I was paid $15,000 to buy my first house. And
Paid.
yeah,
Got paid.
I was paid. Someone paid me
Loopholes.
$15,000 to buy my first house.
Super loophole, bro.
And then I've owned 3 houses personally. The last house I owned, I took a $7,000 cash investment and I turned it into $182,000 equity position in an 18-month period. It's like 170, a 1,700% ROI on an annual basis, right? And I came up with what's called the pre-construction flip. And I had 2 friends. This was back in 2005. I told them at that time, if they had $10,000, a FICO score of 640, that I would double their money in 6 months. And so for my first friend, I turned 10,000 and 25,000 in 4 months. And my second friend, I turned 15,000 into 50,000 in 6 months. Those equate to 400% annual ROIs. At the height of my real estate investing, me and my family, we had 9 properties under contract worth $1.8 million, and we only had to put $18,000 down. And in 3 months, those properties are appreciated by $250,000. Okay. So I've told you about my professional background, my background in real estate investing. And so now what I do, I run a couple of companies. One of them is called the BNIC Network. We have a real estate investment management company where we manage real estate deals on behalf of investors. We do it strictly in Detroit, and we have 2 types of real estate investors.
Oh, this is who you was telling me about before.
Exactly what I was talking to you about, bro. Look,
Yeah, because I have a few friends that, like, I mean, they do business out in New York a lot too, but they're more in the rap industry out there. I'm not, I do want to try to rap in the future, but I'm waiting on that.
So we have 2 types of real estate investors. We have a retail investor. This is a person who just wants to buy a turnkey rental property that has already been rehabbed, that has a tenant in it, and comes with professional property management. And so what we do is we sell them a property that rents for at least $1,000 a month, creates at least $7,000 in net operating income per year, and we sell that to them for $70,000. Generates a cap rate of 10%. Okay. Then we have our traditional investors that want to buy distressed properties, rehab them, and either flip them or add them to their rental properties. For no.
Let me just call you back after this call, bro.
what was that?
No, he was talking to
Oh,
somebody.
my bad. Someone tried to call me.
Oh, okay.
So for no more than $55,000, in about 3 to 6 months, we're going to handle the entire aspect of the real estate deal for you, which means that, well, we'll handle the acquisition, the rehab, the sale, and the rental if you keep it. But at the end of a 3 or 6 month period, we're going to produce a property that's going to have it generate at least $1,000 a month in rent. Is going to have a net operating income of at least $7,000 per year, and you can either flip that property for $70,000 to one of our retail investors, make a $15,000 gross profit before profit split. That's at least a 25% cash on cash return, or you can keep that property and that $7,000 net operating income goes against your $55,000 cash investment, which is going to get you close to over a 13% cap rate. So that's what we do in Detroit exclusively. And I've done a whole lot of talking. So I'm gonna let you ask whatever questions you want to ask while I try to eat some lunch.
All right. And yeah, like what you was talking about with your business that you're doing now, that's pretty much kind of what I was looking for. And like when I first started looking into it and stuff, because I was looking to do like, at first I started out with learning about, it was like, I forget if it was white lining or something with flipping the properties and getting it, I'm trying to think of
White lining.
I think that's what it was called. I don't remember.
What does it do? What's the
What it was
function?
I forget. Oh, that was for a business. Never mind. That was something else.
Or white
Yeah, I can't
labeling, you mean?
remember what. Yeah, white labeling. That was.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
that was
different.
part of this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but hit
But
him with
yeah, I
some
was looking to
bro.
work with someone like you. So that's actually amazing. But
So
I guess my first question would be, um, like the best ways to start with little to no money. Because where I'm currently sitting,
I
I
can
have a
answer
little
this.
money in my account right now, like $200 some dollars. But that's
So
going towards a ticket anyway that I have to pay for. So.
got you. So I feel like I can probably answer this one, and maybe he can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So if you got no money down, there's multiple ways to get property. Okay. You can get property by utilizing either your personal credit or your own money, right? But if you got neither, then you can also you can do transactional funding, okay, which is borrowing other people's money to purchase property. Or you can find someone who does not have, I mean, if your credit is bad and you ain't got no money, you find someone who's got good credit or has the money, you feel me? And then they will go into the deal with you. And then that's how, you can get the property, or you can get into real estate. Is that correct? Is there
Yeah,
anything you want to add to that?
so there are over 20 different roles that are involved in a typical real estate transaction. Okay. One of the simplest roles when it comes to if you don't have any money but you want to get started in real estate is doing what they call bird dogging. Bird dogging means that you're driving around looking for distressed properties, and you're basically working for an investor, right? So you're going to drive around, and you're going to see if there's any distressed properties in your neighborhood, or you can bird dog online, which means that you're going online, talking to wholesalers, looking at the MLS, but you're basically looking for deals that the investor is going to be interested in. And
something like that they could fix up and add value to.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember one of my mom was telling me about one of her friends used to kind of used to do that. How she would find an investor and then pretty much they buy the property, kind of like I think it's called an assignment fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you
that's
get,
what I was trying to bring up.
That's when you get into wholesaling. But this is even before you become a wholesaler, right? You team up with an investor and you help the investor find deals. And then the investor will, if they close on one of the deals that you brought them, then they will generally, give you typically $500, right? That's the typical bird dog fee. So bird dogging, no money out of pocket, except maybe if you're using gas, if you're running around locally. But other than that, it's mainly your time. Okay. Excuse me. Then you get, man, went down the wrong pipe. Then you get into the next one, which is wholesaling. Wholesaling requires more skill. Let me catch my breath.
Take your time, brother.
I'm working with him on his diet.
Hey, got nothing to do with my diet.
I'm just. Right.
Has to do with me talking and eating at the same time.
Yeah.
So wholesaling. Now what you're doing is not only are you finding the properties, now you're negotiating the deals with the seller. Okay. Takes more skill, and to find those properties, it may take some more money. It might actually take some money. Effective wholesalers are putting up signs, right? We buy houses. They're buying lists. They're investing in their business.
I was just looking at buying the list for this. There's an upcoming tax deduction on properties in my county. It's next month out. They have a list for it. I was just looking at the free one. I don't know if the paid one is like more updated or what.
Don't. This is a mistake that a lot of initial people that want to get into real estate make, is they go and spend money without knowing where to spend it at in order to get the most bang for the buck. Okay. So I would not recommend that you buy any lists or anything like that. What I'm going to recommend, the number one thing I recommend is you go to biggerpockets.com, register for a free account, start listening to all of the podcasts that they have, right? They probably got a couple hundred podcasts. Start looking at the blogs and articles that they have. All that education is free. That's where you start at. Then where are you physically located?
Washington, Pennsylvania.
All right.
Washington County.
So you need to look and see if you can find a local RIA, is Real Estate Investment Association or Club. Okay. So there should be a RIA in your area, and you want to go there. They have meetings, whether it's online or in person.
Check Facebook as well.
Yeah, some of the RIAs are free. Some charge a fee or a monthly membership, right? But you want to go there and start interacting with investors. This is how you can become a bird dog for an investor. You go to the RIAs and you be like, look, hey, I'm a newbie. I want to learn. Is there anything that I can help you with? Can I be a bird dog for you? Can I help do whatever? Right? Because you want to get some education underneath your belt before you start spending money trying to do deals.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And how do I spell that? RIAs?
RIA. So it's short for real estate investment, and then it's either association or club, but REIA or REIC.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just writing in my little notepad.
Okay. Good. So is there any other questions that you have?
Oh yeah, I got a few more that I wrote, and then I got some that I generated using that Bard.
Okay. All right. So look, I wanna try to make them quick, just so that way he can enjoy his meal and stuff, but also so that way you can get the value that you want. Okay. So let's go. Let's get it going, bro.
Well, how do you feel about loans? Like, would a loan be
What
a
regard?
good? Loans are hard.
No, in what regard?
Like for purchasing a property.
All right, so the way that you make money is two ways: compound interest and leverage.
Yeah.
Compound interest means that when you make a profit, you reinvest the profit, right? When you earn money, rather than spending that money, you reinvest it. And so, for example, if you earn 25% on $1,000, that means that now you turned your $1,000 into $1,250, right? Because you made $250. Well, if you take that $1,250 and you reinvest it in the same type of deal and you make another 25%, now you've got $1,444 or something like that. Do it a third time and you're at $1,700 and change. Do it 4 times and now you're at $2,000. And so you will have doubled your money in 4 deals just by taking that original $1,000 and earning a 25% return. Compound interest. So I want you to remember that. Reinvest your profits. Okay.
Yeah, and I seen the thing about that kind of being a loophole too, so you can pay less taxes with the profit.
Yeah. Don't even worry about the tax situation. You gotta make money first before you do a tax situation.
That's just where I first like seen that or heard something similar to what you just said.
But here's a strategy, and a lot of gamblers use this strategy, right? So if I'm betting $1,000, and then once I'm up 1,000, I've turned my 1,000 into 2,000, then I take my $1,000 out of the equation, and then I'm only playing with the house money. I'm playing with the money that I've won.
Yeah.
So you can have that same philosophy when you're dealing with investing. If you're investing $1,000 and then you double it, then you may want to take that first $1,000 and do something safe with it, and then continue to invest using the same principle. But if something goes wrong and you lose money, you haven't lost your original money. You see what I'm saying?
Houses.
Yeah, got you.
All right. So that's compound interest. Reinvest your profits. The next thing is leverage. Leverage is when you're talking about loans and you're talking about borrowing other people's money. Leverage is actually more potent than compound interest. I'll give you an example. Say you got $100,000 and you're going to buy a house and you're going to flip it. And so you take that $100,000 and now that you flip the house and it's $110,000. So you make $10,000. That's a 10% cash on cash return. Follow me?
Yep.
All right. But now let's say instead of taking the $100,000, you only take $10,000. And now you go and borrow $90,000. Okay. But the cost of borrowing that $90,000 is $5,000. So you do the same thing. You flip the property. You flip it for 110. But now you got to pay back the 90,000 plus 5. So instead of making a profit of $10,000, you made a profit of $5,000. You follow me?
Yeah. But
you only put in $10,000. So you made a 50% cash on cash return on your money. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
So ROI, return on investment, is the benchmark that you should use when you're determining whether a deal is good or not. It's not about the absolute dollar value. Because in the first example, you made $10,000. In the second example, you made $5,000, right? You could turn around and say, well, man, I made twice as much in the first one. Yeah, but the thing is, in the second one, you only had $10,000 at risk. And if you got $100,000, how many deals can you do that are at $10,000 a pop?
11,000. I mean 11.
Now you can do 10 of them, right? 10. If you got 100,000, you can do 10 10,000 deals. And if you did 10,000 deals and they each made you $5,000, now you got $50,000 compared to $10,000, putting all of your 100,000 into a single deal. So you see how the power of leverage allows you to make money exponentially?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the danger.
Because you got to know the risk.
Right. So that first deal, you got $100,000. You think you're going to flip it for 110, but what if the market goes south on you? And now you're only able to sell it for $90,000. Well, you just lost $10,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You lost $10,000.
I wonder what Mike is.
But now let's go to the second scenario where you borrowed $90,000. You owe $95,000. So what happens if the market goes south on you and now you're only able to sell the property for $90,000? Well, you're underwater, right? Because you still got to come out $5,000 out of your pocket because you owe $95,000. So that's the danger in using leverage, is if you use too much of it, you can actually wind up upside down and owing more money.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Hit us with another one, bro.
All right, let me see. All right. So, what's your investment strategy?
So my investment strategy is to manage risk. All right. No risk, no reward, but a smart investor is going to manage and shift risk. So I want to be able to make as much money as possible with as little risk as possible. So remember I told you that I had I did the pre-construction flip back in the day. So let me tell you how that worked. I was able to get a $400,000 property under contract because it was pre-construction by only putting $3,000 down. Okay.
Which was what, 1%?
How do you,
It's less than 1%
of the EMD, which is
how do you go about that?
right. So the earnest money deposit was $3,000 on a $400,000 contract,
which
right?
don't happen today.
Right. Well, no, it still happens.
Okay.
And so, but by doing that, I limited how much I could lose. The most I could lose was $3,000.
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting for them to build the house, which normally takes 4 months. And if the house is going to be worth more than 4,000 at that time, then I go ahead, buy the house, and then I flip it. If the market has turned and now the property is only worth 350,000, then I don't buy the house. I lose my $3,000 and I walk away. You follow? But I put all the risk on the builder, right? Because the builder is hoping that when he finishes building the house, that it's worth more than 400,000. So I'll close on the loan. I'll close on the purchase. You see what I'm saying? So that has
what's that called again?
That was called the pre-construction flip.
Pre-construction, all right.
Yeah, it only works in certain markets. And it only works in appreciating markets. And right now, throughout the United States, we are in depreciating markets, so it doesn't work now. It doesn't work right now. But it's an excellent strategy because you limit your downside risk. And there's no limit.
Have to be a better market.
Okay. So that's what my strategy is. And I have a toolbox of strategies that I use according to the market that I'm in, and whether it's an appreciating market, depreciating market, it's a flat market. So,
all right, how would you let me read this one. How do you find good deals on properties?
So I create a network.
And then real quick, we got less
like
than
we just talked about.
real and then, yeah, and then real quick, hold on, don't forget what you're about to say, Mike. But we got 10 minutes left, okay? So I'm just letting you know.
Gotcha.
Right.
So I create a network. I create a network of wholesalers. I also know how to efficiently use the MLS to find properties. And most importantly, I know what markets to look in. So, for example, I only operate in the Detroit market because I've done my research and I know that in the Detroit market, I can get both appreciation as well as cash flow.
Gotcha.
And then within Detroit, there are certain zip codes that I look for.
Okay.
But you need to have a network. So go online, go to Bigger Pockets, get on Facebook, get into the Facebook groups for real estate, and learn and interact with people.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get on there.
Ooh.
See what else I got.
Yeah, bro, is this looking to be very fruitful, very, very valuable?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay.
And hopefully I can work with my guy right here soon. Since he
Yep. So one of the things I'm doing is, as we roll out this program in Detroit, I'm bringing on project managers. Project managers are independent contractors that work on specific properties, right? So they find deals, they put them through our real estate deal management system, which is a system that when you put information in it, it's going to say deal or no deal, right?
Okay.
It's a risk management tool. And so, but once it says green, then I bring a client and then I hand the client off to the project manager. And then the project manager works with the client in selecting a property and going through the entire process of acquisition, rehab, sale, or rental. And so it's pretty good pay for the project manager. Everything is performance-based. And so the way it works is my company charges a 2% fee on the purchase price with a minimum $1,000, charges 2% on the rehab budget and 2% on the sale with a minimum of $1,000. And then we split those fees with the project manager. Project managers start off with getting a third of the fee, and as they become more experienced, they get up to 50% of that fee.
Okay.
But then on the back end, when we're dealing with our traditional investors and when they're flipping properties, we have profit sharing. So we only select properties where our investors are going to make at least a 10% cash on cash return. And then anything above that 10% is then split 50-50 between the investor and my company. And so on the property split, we were looking to make at least $5,000. And then of the profit that my company gets, a third goes to the project manager.
Heard you.
So
yeah, that sounds
if
intriguing.
that's something that you're interested in, as we're rolling this out, I'll get your information from Jeremiah. Then I can start putting you through our training process and train you on how to become a project manager. Is that something you think you'd be interested in?
For sure.
All right.
And it would help me get some experience.
It definitely will. You will learn all the ins and outs when it comes to managing a real estate deal. Acquisition, negotiation, dealing with rehabbers and a construction project manager and the whole rehab budget. And then when it comes to selling, dealing with on-market, off-market, dealing with potential investors that want to buy properties. Yeah. And then when it comes to rentals, you'll be dealing with property managers. You'll be dealing with tenant issues. Yeah.
So it's easy how you can pick up on so much additional information and knowledge along just you being a project manager. So you can pick up on so much more information outside of just being a project manager. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think we got room for like maybe one more question.
All right, let me pull it up. I think I got gave me a bunch of questions. I'm not sure. Let's see. How do you create a financial plan for you? I don't know if that's no. How do you negotiate the best price on an investment property?
Well, remember, you start.
Oh, risk.
You start low, and well, one, you have a maximum price in mind. Okay, you always have a maximum price, but you always start low.
So like a cutoff.
Yeah. So let's say if you say, okay, I'm not going to pay more than $100,000 for this property, but you don't start at 100,000. You might start at 80,000, and then they may start at 120. And so you got to try to meet somewhere in the middle. But you know, under no circumstances are you going to do more than 100,000. So
yeah,
you have to have a maximum price in your head, and then you start low.
In other words, start
kind
from
of like
Yep.
I can't think of the phrase. Negotiating, yeah.
Yeah, that right there is
cut out.
Yeah.
It
So
was different. I think it was a different phrase.
so look here, let's do it let's do this, bro. I'm gonna film a short video for my story, okay? And I want to ask you some quick questions, and I just want you to, tell me how valuable, you feel me, this experience has been with you overall, you feel me, and just this call and stuff like that and so forth, okay?
Like, yeah, it's been pretty valuable. I don't even.
Oh wait, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let me record it.
All right. Yeah, I'll turn my camera.
So I'm here with Davion, right? And Davion is a part of, I'm here with Davion, and Davion is a part of the Mango card on my membership, okay? And bro is really into real estate. We talk about all things tech, you feel me? We talk about YouTube, social media, right? We talk about AI, you feel me? We talk about business, right? We help, I'm putting him onto information as far as starting your LLC, so many other things, right? But I brought on a special guest today, my mentor, my friend, Mike, and Davion got a good 30 minutes with him. So Davion, two questions, right? One, how valuable was this conversation that you just had? 1 out of 10.
Well, 1 out of 10, I'll do that first. Definitely a 10. Like my top's a little blown because I couldn't think of like enough questions or to ask him because he got a lot of knowledge. I was really mainly just letting him talk and trying to soak everything in because
Smart. Okay. And then lastly, how valuable has your overall experience been with having this membership, the Mango card on my website?
It's been pretty crazy. I can't lie. Like,
yeah. One out of 10.
I'm very excited. 1 out of 10 is a 10.
Sure, for sure.
I
appreciate that.
Like the connection has been pretty good. It's pretty personable too. I literally got your number, like, shoot.
Yeah.
You might not feel the same way, but I feel like we hang.
I love that. Okay, bet. All right, well, look, bro, thank you so much for tapping in, you feel me? And it was a pleasure to be able to connect you guys together. I know you're interested in real estate, you feel me, and all things business, as well as health, as well as, when it comes to health, like you do get that access as well, okay? So we can start, you can start asking me questions and stuff about health and wellness, and I got you, right? But yeah, bro, this was a pleasure of mine to be able to connect you with somebody who I look up to in the real estate space, okay? So, yeah, bro, go win with all this, and this is recorded too. So
the pleasure is mine.
Yep. But I'm gonna post this on the website, okay? So you can look at it afterwards, all right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch that over a couple times.
All right, man. It was a blessing meeting you. Stay blessed and stay safe.
Yes, sir. You too, my brother.
All right, brother. Peace.
You too, Jeremiah. Peace.